Come on in, Space Cadets! Great coordination by James and Jeff, still tied up with this round.
What do we do? I think we got a smaller hole. Okay.
I'll now bring in the members of our jury. We have Jorge, Josh, Alex, and Ryan voted out at the last tribal council. So, for some clarification, the people who are tied up, if one of you are voted out, the other is not voted out. You're still in the game.
Oh,
Your tethers
fair.
will be untied by the aliens. So, let's start this off with Danny. You won your first individual immunity. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does strategy time when you're safe as opposed to not safe? How does strategy time change?
I think I approached it similarly to the way that I approached other strategy rounds. This is only immunity for one round, so I can't get too ahead of myself and just go balls to the walls because I know they can't vote me tonight. But I had conversations with the people, that pretty much everybody here, and I think it's just playing for how I feel like I'm tripping over my words. I don't think anything changed with the way that I played having one immunity because this is only immunity for one round.
Okay. Jeff,
Heyo.
you are the only one who has not won immunity in this group of
It's embarrassing.
players.
I want to feel the feeling of feathers around my neck. I think they would look quite good, but I think I've just had some bad luck. This latest one I can't blame on bad luck, but with the letter one yesterday, I just had a bunch of awful letters that I couldn't control what I was picking up from an 8-foot pool. So.
And in the auction this morning, you bid correctly on an item to get a phone call home.
I did, yeah. I got to talk to my lovely fiance, and I was very, very delighted to hear that she is in fact still in love with me.
That's great.
She has not left me, and that is good. So,
Okay, that's
yeah.
great. All right, Lena. So I want to talk about the last tribal council. You were
Can we
not? I have to. I want to know. You were visibly upset.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a little back and forth with James.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about how it was when you came back to camp afterwards.
Well, I didn't go back. I
Oh.
had a moment in the woods. I had a little bit of a breakdown. You know, I recognize that it's not personal. I think this late in the game when I am so sleep deprived, so hungry, when my closest friend, I guess, or the person who I could turn to had just left. So I didn't know who I could rely on in that very vulnerable emotional moment. And trying to remind myself it's not personal, he's just talking strategy. But I had a moment in the woods. That moment lasted for quite a while, but I think some sleep, some mushy rice this morning, and some time to just breathe did me some good. And then we talked about it and made me feel a lot better too. And everyone around me made me feel a lot better. So I'm very grateful for the people here.
Okay. And so James, she mentions that you guys did have a talk. So what did you do to maybe repair the relationship, or did you not? What? Tell me about that.
Well, first and foremost, I know that it was a very tense tribal council. I knew that my name was on the line. You can smell the winds of change in the air. And so I felt like what had to be done there was to kind of just keep the focus on Ryan and Lena, and that was my main objective. she was obviously very torn up about it afterwards, so I gave her all the space in the world. My instincts wanted to go up and console her, but I know in that moment you have to process what you're going through. You have to sort of examine things. You have to get through your emotions. I'm very much the same way, so that's why I allowed her to have her space, slept in the hammock to get, stay out of the shelter, that sort of stuff. Today we got up and talked, and the ironic part about it is, when I was breaking down because Jorge had been voted out, she was the person who stumbled upon me in like my weakest moment. So to be able to be heard out by her and to just kind of speak was really refreshing. It was never my intent to hurt her feelings or to make her feel small or inferior, but like as human beings, we have to realize that oftentimes your intent doesn't match your impact. And so it's up to us to sort of pick up the pieces and remind people, what you were trying to do and apologize for how it came across. And I feel like we kind of scraped it under the rug, and I have no love lost for her, and I feel like and also hope that she has no love lost for me.
Okay. Now, I want to know about this whole tether situation.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
Sorry, Josh.
Okay, so in the auction, you two competed in a synergy challenge and did not win. And then
That was
an
miserable.
annihilation.
That we got shitted on.
yes, you did not score a single point. You had to stack a cup or put balls in cups to match the key, and you had to use coordination. One person could see the other cups and the other person had to match. What happened between the two?
I am way better at this when it's like 2 in the morning and I'm like done doom scrolling and I'm playing on my phone.
And there's
But-
no realm of reality where I'm good at things like that.
Yeah.
Like, make no mistake, puzzles and colors and moving balls and the logic behind those sorts of puzzles.
Yeah.
I was just staring and I'm like, is that blue? Okay, that's blue. And then they're like, check! Right. So not only did we were not very great at it, Meredith and Amanda annihilated it. I feel like they beat the people who actually competed in the game in that actual challenge. And we're just scratching our heads like, what the fuck's the trick to this?
Yeah.
Because we can't even get one cut set up right.
yeah.
And for the viewers back at home, so the auction and that challenge was brought to you by Synergy, another LRG out there, and that was a challenge that they did in their last season. So they got to compete in that challenge, and Amanda and Meredith came up on top. So, just real quick before we move on, how was it when you had to go to the bathroom and do some more personal things?
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about what we did on camera, but no. I mean, it was fun. Like, we would make jokes the whole time. I kept singing different versions of songs that had the word together in it. He would stand outside while I peed, and I would stand outside while he changed. And it was funny. It was fun. We had a good time with it, as much as you can.
That's good. All